must. Just struggle every time I talk to those scholars.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spice.
You've got a deal. I can't.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in.
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Guess that's only to be let's get our... We know that whatever the Academia lost is related... Osford told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia? Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found...
Welcome, welcome.
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question.
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos. You see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they... If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better.
Those students seem to be discussing something.
Talk all day.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get...
They're called Ain el Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after...
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students... I've heard that Ain al-Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly...
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to...
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady
I guess that makes sense. And the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't...
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shading. So, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost... Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd agree... talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot...
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the...
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing
Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion, he'll...
All these guys talk about is the Scarlet King.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We
Should I?
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
A student? Huh. What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it? Huh? What is...
Oh! Sorry! She must have grabbed the wrong amount! Hey, what do you think you're doing? Oh, Paimon can't stand to see so much more
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization. The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom. But he was betrayed by a companion he trusted.
So, you mean the...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes! That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced... Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all... If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has...
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged Academia...
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with... Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that...
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the...
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, if, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation, I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know... I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss...
What did you...
Consider this. Have I ever failed?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay, then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd.
They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Even that way, after him! Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask. Since you tore through their scam right in front...
Who exactly are you two? And why are you a student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! She's really strong! Weren't you saying...
She doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but she can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for it. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting.
All right. I accept. Got a pen and paper? We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information...
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold...
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information, but this is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell it...
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information.
That's amazing!
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are... But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this... Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful. Well, I think that about sums it up. Ah, so that's your... With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer... You're still resolved. Fine. Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long... She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't... I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it's soon... Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question.
Fine.
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the info. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve.
This is kind of asking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good.
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to... Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful... However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary time. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora for purchasing. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any... Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra...
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned... The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the...
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy? What a unique palette. We have unripe hara fruits.
Following the paper got us past the first...
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe hara fruit.
Got it. You too. Please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The seas are calm and the sea is...
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me. Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products. Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot, it's the Matra! Run!
What? The Matra? Where? Al-Haytham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way! Another password! Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right!
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else...
Oh, very good.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? I'm unsure.
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also...
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a...
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much more they might have. Not only will they get caught by the matcha, but they'll also... So that's why I prefer to have customers. It's your first time here, but don't worry. I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge, as long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course, of course. Go.
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious...
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested. Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hiliturals. Only 3 people...
Yeesh, who would want to be an expert in...
Or how about the architectural style? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an
Ooh, now this sounds like...
2 million Mora, and it's yours. And whoa! That's... Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule...
Alright, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
You've
We'll take these, please and thank you.
My, oh my! You are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100...
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a little more... Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you.
Excellent! Then please, select from this file.
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we want.
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million Mora each. I'm sure discern...
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check the... So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the Mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spice. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's... Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon, whether it's canned or not.
Our dealings with Dory went